Alright, stop right there. If you're contemplating about purchasing the new 2025 Toyota 4Runner, I want to give you guys my 7-year long-term review on this 2017 Toyota 4Runner. Welcome back to Garage Matters. I'll go ahead and give you guys my 7-year long-term review of this 2017 Toyota 4Runner and why I'm not leaning towards a new 2025 4Runner. Now the good thing about these 4Runners is that they usually keep their body style for a really long time. In this case, the 5th generation Toyota 4Runners, they've kept the same body style since 2014 all the way up until 2025. So even though this is a 2017, I can't really tell if it's a 2023 or 2024 or even a 2014. Regardless of the year, it still looks like a brand new vehicle considering that the last year made is going to be 2024. The good thing about these 4Runners is that they come with these projector headlights. The only bad thing is that the bulb is halogen. So what I did was went ahead and swapped it out to LEDs. Now with the LED upgrade, it's going to give the vehicle a more modern look. Same thing with the fog lights. The fog lights, the bulbs, they're halogen styles, but I went ahead and upgraded them to LEDs. LED. Now this 2017, even though it might be 7 years old, it looks like a brand new vehicle again. We'll go ahead and take a look at the other side of this 4Runner. Even though it's not the TRD and it doesn't have the TRD skid plate, the skid plates, they're still metal. Now considering that this is a 4Runner and many of the users might use this as an off-road vehicle, Toyota provides us with this metal skid plate to give it protection. Now this is a 4-liter V6 engine, naturally aspirated. It makes roughly around 270 horsepower and 278 foot-pounds of torque. It's also made it to a 5-speed transmission, and by today's standard, that's a dinosaur. With the 5-speed transmission made it to this 4-liter V6, I normally average around 18 miles per gallon. Now according to Toyota, the new 2025 4Runners, they're going to get rid of this 4-liter V6 option and go to a 4-cylinder turbocharged 2.4-liter engine. My only concern with that is there's no replacement for displacement. What I'm talking about is I'm going to ask a 2.4-liter engine that's turbocharged to work harder to move this 4,000-pound truck on the road. Just imagine as you're towing a load behind here. That's probably close to 8,000 pounds. So you're asking a 2.4-liter turbocharged engine to tow 8,000 pounds. How does that even make sense? And that's why I question the longevity of the new 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Now as far as maintenance goes on this vehicle inside this engine, I haven't had to do any maintenance work at all. Nothing's been broke. The only thing has been just the regular interval maintenance. All I do is just change the oil and change the air filter. You can see on this engine bay, it's really dusty where I live. So for this air filter, I change it once a year just because it's so dusty around where I live. It's really easy to do. All you gotta do is just pop off these clips right here. Take the old filter out. Put the new one in. And then clamp it back down. Just as easy as my other truck, the Nissan Frontier. Takes less than a minute to swap out the air filter. Now let's talk about tires. How many set of tires have I went through? This is my second set. As far as brakes, I haven't had to change the brakes yet. The brake pads are still doing fine. We'll go ahead and take off the wheel. I want to show you something about the brakes. There's no upgrade to this braking system. This is still the factory brake system. So the rotor, this rotor is pretty big and beefy. This looks roughly around about 13 to 14 inches in diameter. What's pretty fascinating about this caliper is it's also a 4-pod system. So it's got 2 pistons in the front and 2 pistons in the back to help give it that additional clamping force. Now my best guess why this 4Runner would need a 4-pod system is to work in conjunction with the other features that come on this 4Runner. This 4Runner only comes with downhill assist and the 8-track system. While we got this tire off, I want to show you guys something about these calipers. These calipers, they're made out of metal. Some calipers, they're made out of aluminum to help save weight, but those cost more for the manufacturing process. This one, I'm going to stick this magnet on, and it sticks to it. So this caliper is made out of metal. Over here on the Celica, I made a video about the Celica last week and I just posted it. This caliper on the Celica is also manufactured by Toyota, but this one is made out of aluminum. So we're going to stick this magnet on here to see if it sticks. I just wanted to show you guys a quick comparison of these two calipers. Even though there's 4-pot systems, they're still made out of different materials. The reason why this one's made out of aluminum is to help save weight and help reduce that unsprung weight. And always, don't forget to torque the lug nuts. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this 7-year-old paint. See how she's held up over the years. As you can see, it's not too bad. We'll take a look at the sunroof as well. Sometimes the top side gets the worst because it's always in the sunlight. But as you can tell, the paint's holding up just fine. We'll go ahead and take a look at the interior to see how it's held up. So this door panel, since it's the premium edition, it's got some leather trim right here, makes it nice. Up here is kind of soft touch, so it's not as bad as my Frontier where it's all made out of plastic. This piece is plastic right here, but it's okay. You got some cup holders down here on the side. So these power windows, they're all auto, so one touch, the back windows roll down. Good thing about the 4Runners is that both the driver and passenger seat, they have full power options. Back, forward, up, down, and then you got this tilt function as well too. Here you have a control for the lumbar, which adds a nice touch as well. The bolstering on the seat, many of the times, you're all sliding in and out of the cars. For 7 years of use, there's no cracks, there's no tears, just a little wrinkle right here, but overall, considering this is leather, it's held up pretty well for 7 years of use. Here you have the rear window defroster and then 12-volt outlet. Up here is for your side mirrors, and here is to control the lights on your dashboard. We'll go ahead and hop inside. Let's see how many miles this 4Runner has on it and if there's any issues on the dash. Alright, so there's no lights on the dash, no check engine lights. This 4Runner's got about 43,000 miles. So I really don't drive it a lot because there's other vehicles that I can drive to take the daily grind. Now with this vehicle being 7 years old and having 43,000 miles on it, I've had zero mechanical issues. Right now here you have your window for your rear window. Also comes with heated seats as well, left and right for the driver and passenger. So these are only heated seats, they don't cool. Here you have your control shifter. This model is the SR5, so the SR5 comes with the digital selector for the 4-wheel drive system. I kind of like the old style system, the dog leg with the TRD Pro. It has the old school selector right here, which makes it feel more rugged. We'll move up to the controls right here. Here you have your air conditioning. There's a big knob right here. Try to get it close up. So the knob, it's actually textured. So if you're wearing gloves, you can easily have plenty of grip to turn this knob right here. Same thing with these knobs over here to control the fan, low to high. They're textured as well, these big round knobs. Makes it really easy to adjust the climate control if you're wearing gloves. Now up here you have your power and volume button for the radio system. This vehicle has a navigation system, but it's pretty primitive for 2017. I'd rather just use Google Maps from my phone because it's so much better quality. We'll move up here. So again, this is not the TRD Pro. If you had a TRD Pro, you had extra knobs up here where this sunglass holder is at. Take a look at these other controls right here. Here you have the stability system to turn it off. We do have 8-track, so 8-track plus the low range gears in this 4Runner. Still plenty of capability to get you out of any situation. And then here you also have the downhill assist function. Right here, you have the controls for the sunroof. Now this sunroof, it's a pretty big sunroof. I'll go ahead and open it up. Get some ventilation in here. I like cars with sunroof, it's just my personal preference. We'll go ahead and move to the back seats. Now this seating position, I'm gonna move it all the way back to see how much leg room there is in the back seats. Alright, we'll take a look at the back seats. Same thing, this door panel, leather, soft touch, controls back here. Well, this is leather back here. You have 3 passengers back here that can sit back here. The nice console right here with cup holders for some crew comfort. No rips, no tears. Pretty nice. Another option that I opted for when I bought this vehicle was getting the all-weather mats. They actually have the Toyota symbol on it. These are made out of rubber. Whenever they get muddy, all you gotta do is just take it out of the vehicle and hose them down. Alright, we'll go ahead and hop in, see how much leg room we have. Alright, move this driver's seat all the way back. About how much leg room I have. Good thing about these back seats, they do go fore and aft, so all you gotta do is reach your hand under here, pull the lever, adjust the seat. So with this back seat all the way up, that's how much leg room I have. If you need more leg room, all you gotta do, reach under here, move the seat on back. Now you have more leg room. Some more comfort features for your passengers back here. Here you got some air vents back here for AC and heating. Here you have a 12 volt as well, 2 of them, to plug in your accessories to charge your iPhones. We'll go ahead and move on back here. There's something special about back here. As you can tell, there's 2 seat belts back here. So this 4Runner, we opted for the 3rd row seating. Probably not recommended, but just in case, you can throw some passengers back there. We'll go ahead and flip up the 3rd row to see how much space there is. The easiest way to open up these seats is to open up the trunk back here. Pull this lever right here. The headrest, so reach your hand, pull it up. So you can do this from either the back door or just crawl in here. So this little seat right here, there's a handle right here. You're just gonna pull it forward, and there you go. So you got your passengers crawl through the back like here and sit like this, but normally you would crawl through this rear door right here and up and over here. So let me show you how that's done. Now let's hop in this 3rd row seating. Okay, gotta get myself through here. Alright. Alright. Now this is the leg room back here. Is the 2nd row seating. It's pushed all the way forward. We'll take a look at the 2nd row as far as leg room for those passengers. As you can see, if this 2nd row seat is pushed all the way forward, there's not much leg room. So if you're sitting in the 3rd row, this is what it's going to look like if you're sitting in the 3rd row. So my head back here, I'm trying to lean my head back so I can rest my head on this headrest right here. I'm not that tall, but you can see my head is hitting the top of this liner right here. So as far as trying to use this headrest, I can't even use this headrest. My head's hitting the top of the roof right here. The only way I could use it if I slouch down like this and then lean my head back. But who wants to sit uncomfortably like this in this 3rd row? Now to go ahead and install this 3rd row seat, all you do is go ahead and pull this lever right here to install the headrest. This lever over here, you pull it forward and go ahead and install the 3rd row seat. So this is what it looks like back here. We'll go ahead, measure these suitcases, because I kind of figure most of us be taking our families on family trips. We'll measure these suitcases and throw them in here and see how much it fits. Alright, this one is about 15.5 inches wide and about 23 inches tall. That's your medium sized one. This larger one, this one is roughly about 18 inches wide and 28 inches tall. Same thing with this one, and same thing with this one. Here's a medium-sized one. I'm not gonna measure the carry-on because the carry-on is pretty small. Now this is how it looks like all loaded up. You can only fit 3 of these large suitcases back here. Here there's just a little space back here, but you can't fit a suitcase here because there's this wheel arch right here, and then this space right here, so tiny. Maybe you could fit like a little purse or a bag back here, but you can only fit 3 back here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to reconfigure this to see if we can fit more in here. Alright, there you go. So you can fit 5 actually. 2 laying down like this, 1 big one laying like this, the 2 medium ones laying on top of here. So you can fit 5 luggages. With this configuration, and if you're the driver up there, your visibility looking through this back window is going to be reduced to about half. Now once you've reached your destination and you're ready to go ahead and unload the luggage, sometimes this luggage is going to shift around, so when you open up this tailgate, it's going to fall on out. The cool thing about these 4Runners is that all 4Runners come with a rear window that rolls down. All you gotta do is take the key, stick it in the keyhole, turn it 2 times, and hold it on the second turn. Now you can go ahead and take out these smaller luggages out of the tailgate without having them fall out. Once that's done, you can go ahead and lift it up and take out the bigger ones. Now if you enjoy the outdoors like I do, for this purpose I'm going to use these fishing rods. This is a 6-foot rod and a 7.5-foot rod. All I do most of the time is stick it through this rear window over here, hop in the driver's seat, and head to my next fishing location. Or if you don't want to drive with the fishing rod sticking out, you can slide it in a little bit farther and see if it fits, and then close this rear window. We'll take a look up here real quick to see how much cargo you can fit in here with the second row seats folded down. All you gotta do is reach for this lever back here, pull it forward. Pull the longest one in here, so this is a 7-foot rod. And it looks like it's going to fit. Not really. 6-foot rod right here. Alright, so we got the 6-foot rod backed up all the way against the passenger's seat right here. The tip of the rod goes all the way back to the tailgate. So it looks like the maximum cargo length you can haul in here is about 6 foot in here. Now we need to talk about towing capacity and how she handles. Most owners like hooking up a camper on the rear of this vehicle and going traveling. I've towed boats up to 4,000 pounds and didn't go any heavier than that. Anything over 4,000 pounds for this vehicle, I'm just not comfortable with. But as far as braking and stopping power, we already saw the front brakes on this 4Runner. They've got massive 4-pot brakes up there. And if you have a braking system on your trailer, there's really no issues up to 4,000 pounds at all. Anything above that, it's totally up to your discretion. Let's take a look at the trailer hookup. So under here, it already comes from the factory pre-wired like this. So up here, you have your 7-pin. Down here, you have your 4-pin. So with this vehicle, there's no need to buy extra adapters to hook up your trailer. Now the name Toyota is associated with longevity. Over here, I have my 1994 Toyota Celica GT-Four. For a 30-year-old car, I have 0 issues with it mechanically. I expect the same thing from this 2017 Toyota 4Runner to last me 30 years as well. Now with that being said, it carries the 4-liter V6 engine that's been tried and tested, which leads me to the conclusion that I'm going to steer away from the 2.4-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. I truly believe with the new maximum towing capacity of 6,000 pounds and the vehicle weighing around 4,000 pounds, asking a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine to tow 10,000 pounds is really not good for the longevity of the vehicle. I'm going to stick with this 2017 Toyota 4Runner with 0 payments a month for the next 30 years. Join us next time on Garage Matters, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button.